Welcome to the boxing world, where the gloves are off and the business is booming. In recent years, we've witnessed a rise in influencers entering the boxing world, transitioning from their previous careers as social media stars to becoming boxers. From Jake Paul, who has earned more in a single fight than most world champions, to the impending fight between Nate Diaz and Paul, in which both fighters are projected to make millions. It's apparent that boxing is booming like never before. But is this trend good for the sport? Are we sacrificing the integrity of boxing for the sake of entertainment and profit? In this video, we'll explore the current state of boxing, where fighters like Jake Paul earn more in one fight than most world champions earn in their careers. Boxing is a sport that has been around for centuries. It has evolved from a simple method of resolving conflicts to a global phenomenon that captivates millions worldwide. However, thanks to social media's growth and influencers' impact, boxing has become more than just a sport. It has now become a business. One of the biggest examples of this is Jake Paul. The YouTube sensation turned boxer has been making waves in the boxing world for quite some time. People began to take him seriously after his bout against veteran MMA fighter Ben Askren. He knocked out Askren in the first round and earned more money in a single fight than most world champions. It's no secret that the boxing profession has evolved drastically over the years, and Jake Paul's success is proof of that. While his prominence as an influencer has played a role in his success, he has also seized on the opportunities given by the boxing business. Jake Paul has become a significant player in the sport by creating buzz and drawing massive pay-per-view numbers, earning an impressive base salary of $690,000 for his fight against Ben Askren. To put that in context, Canelo Alvarez, the world's highest-paid boxer, received $35 million for his bout against Callum Smith. While Jake Paul clearly has a long way to go before reaching that level of prominence, his earnings from the fight show he's on the right route. As the boxing business evolves, it will be interesting to see how Jake Paul and other influencers continue to impact the sport and whether conventional boxers adapt to the evolving market. Dillian Whyte, a heavyweight boxer, recently spoke with Boxing Social about the business of boxing, providing light on the opportunities and obstacles that fighters face in the modern era. According to Whyte, boxers with a significant social media following are generally given more opportunities and pay than those who do not. Fighters who can generate buzz and gain a substantial following are becoming increasingly important in the eyes of promoters and sponsors alike in an age where social media has become a major instrument for marketing and promotion. However, as Whyte pointed out, the sport has become more about money than it has about the fighters. With the rise of influencer boxing, boxers are increasingly taking a second seat to the spectacle and anticipation generated by social media personalities. While this has increased interest and money in the sport, it has also generated questions about the sport's future direction. Other high-profile boxers have shared concerns about the boxing business. In a recent interview, Fury emphasized that the boxing industry must shift its focus back to the fighters and prioritize fair treatment, especially for popular boxers with a significant online following, like Jake Paul. He believes promoters must start treating combatants fairly. Fury is a highly respected boxer, and his comments have sparked a conversation about the business of boxing. His dissatisfaction is reasonable, given how hard he has worked to get to where he is now. Several other fighters have stated similar concerns. Boxing has a reputation for being a difficult industry to break into, and the financial side of things has only made it more challenging. Despite their talent and hard work, boxers who do not have a significant fan base or are not deemed marketable by promoters often need help to make a living. Despite the sport's issues, Fury is optimistic about its future. He believes that boxing has the potential to be a fantastic sport, but that it must evolve. The emphasis must return to the combatants, and promoters must begin to treat them fairly. Only then will boxing be able to thrive. However, it's not only the high-profile boxers speaking out against the boxing business. Both fans and pundits are beginning to question the sport's priorities. Some feel that the emphasis on social media influencers detracts from the sport of boxing. Others say that the sport has grown overly focused on making money rather than promoting the sport itself. Despite the issues, the boxing industry is only going to grow. Boxing will become even more business-focused as more influencers try their hand at the sport and more promoters want to capitalize on their fame. But that doesn't imply the sport will lose its popularity. People's imaginations have always been captured by boxing, from the glory days of Muhammad Ali to the modern era of Canelo Alvarez and Tyson Fury. Boxing has always been about more than just winning and losing. It has been about effort and fight, successes and defeats. Boxing will continue captivating people if fighters enter the ring and give it their all. Boxing's business may evolve, but the sport will remain the same. It will always be about the fighters, the spectators, and the passion that fuels them. So whether you're a die-hard boxing fan or enjoy watching a good fight, the sport's future will surely be full of excitement, drama, and surprises. Jake Paul is again expected to make a lot of money in his upcoming battle against former UFC fighter Nate Diaz. Regarding the fight's financial consequences, both Paul and Diaz are expected to earn big sums for their participation. Paul has become one of the world's most popular boxers, with his fights regularly generating hundreds of thousands of pay-per-view sales. On the other hand, Diaz has a dedicated fan following and a track record of success in high-profile fights. While exact statistics have not been published, both boxers are expected to make up to $10 million for the fight, with the percentage coming from pay-per-view purchases and sponsorship deals. This would make it one of the highest-paying boxing fights in history and a significant financial windfall for both fighters. Due to the popularity of both combatants, the pay-per-view revenue for this battle is predicted to be enormous. Paul is widely recognized as one of boxing's top stars, and his popularity has skyrocketed in recent years. His fight against Tyron Woodley in August 2021 reportedly attracted over 500,000 pay-per-view purchases. Diaz is also one of the most popular fighters in MMA history, with his 2016 fight against Conor McGregor reportedly generating more than 1.3 million pay-per-view purchases. Both boxers are set to earn a lot of money from this battle, with Paul allegedly receiving $2 million base salary and Diaz receiving at least $1 million. However, pay-per-view sales and other money earned by the fight will determine the final amount they make. While the salaries of these fighters may appear outrageous, it's crucial to realize that boxing has traditionally been a sport in which fighters are compensated based on their draw and popularity. The sport has always been a business and will remain if fans are ready to pay to see their favorite boxers battle. It's also worth noting that the rise of boxing's influencers and celebrities has not been without criticism. Many prominent boxers have spoken out against the practice, claiming that it undermines the sport's credibility and places too much emphasis on business rather than the fighters themselves. Whether you agree with the growth of boxing influencers, it's evident that the boxing business is here to stay. Boxing will continue to be a sport that grabs our imaginations and motivates us to be our best selves as long as fighters are eager to participate and fans are willing to pay to see them. As we look ahead to the future of boxing, it's evident that the sports business will continue to play a big part. But, as fans, we must ask, at what cost? Will the focus on business overshadow the fighters and the sport itself? Or can we strike a balance between commercial success and the integrity of the sport? Only time will tell. And that concludes our journey into the world of boxing as a business. We've seen how influencers like Jake Paul are changing the game, and high-profile boxers are speaking out against it. But what are your thoughts? Should boxing be kept as a pure sport, or do you think it's natural for it to become a business? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, we appreciate you joining us. And if you found this video helpful, remember to like and subscribe to stay updated on all our latest content.